This is the story of how I lasted 2 weeks in a commission-only sales role. I wasn't fired. I quit without a backup plan, without another sales role lined up. I just quit within 2 weeks. Going back 4 or 5 years, I was working at a company in Philadelphia as an SDR. It was a pretty easy job. I liked it. It was a ton of fun. I get a call out of the blue from my cousin. My cousin is the best. You guys would love him. I love my cousin. I look up to him. I want to say he's in his early 40s. He's a very successful financial advisor. He's making a ton of money, and he's on a team with 4 or 5 other guys at this large financial advisor firm. And he called me up and he said, "Hey man, I know you like your job, but I think you would kill it as a financial advisor. This is how much money I'm making," which was a ton of money. "You have what it takes to be successful in this role. I want to bring you under my wing. I want you to join my team at the firm." Now, when he came to me, I was a little hesitant because I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be successful being a financial advisor. I don't think this is the right move for me. That was what my gut was telling me. But I decided that I was going to do it. I love my cousin. It would be great to work with him. I'm young. I could take a risk like this and do a commission-only sales job. I'm going to bet on myself, move all my chips into the center of the table, and see if I can make it happen and make a ton of money, hopefully, in a couple years. So I was working the job in Philly as an SDR, and while I was doing that job, in the evenings, I was studying for all of my certifications to become a financial advisor. So I had to get a certification and pass a test to sell insurance in the state of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I had to get my Series 7, my Series 66, a couple other series. It was a ton of studying. And I had this guy at the firm who was absolutely awful. I hate this guy. I despise this human being. And he would call me just about every other day to check in on me to make sure I'm studying. I'm an adult. I graduated college. I don't need anybody checking on me to make sure I'm studying to pass the test to become a financial advisor. But whatever, it was part of the process. And during the process, I told this guy that I am not comfortable calling and selling to my friends and family. I don't want to do that. I want no parts of that. I'd rather call on random people I find on LinkedIn or the Yellow Pages and companies than call on my friends and family to try to sell them something they probably do not need whatsoever, but they're gonna buy it because they feel bad for me. I don't wanna do that. Yeah, Matt, that's no problem whatsoever. Not a problem. You could do what you wanna do. You could still be successful in the role. Great. I passed my tests. I am now a financial advisor. I quit my job. I start at the firm. So I'm paying my own insurance, guys. In commission-only sales roles, you're not getting insurance. You don't get a 401k until you make a certain amount of money for the firm. Red flag. I had to pay to use the printer. Completely ridiculous. And then I sit down with this dickhead guy, and he goes, "Hey, Matt, I need a list of 150 people, 200 people tomorrow of your friends and family that you could call to get meetings for me and you to go out, meet with them, sit down, and try to sell them some financial products." And I said, "Hey, I'm not doing that." I made it abundantly clear throughout this entire process, and I'm getting really pissed off now. I made it abundantly clear that I'm not going to do that. And he made me feel like a complete moron. He made me feel like I would not be successful in a role if I didn't do that. And he made me feel like I was being super rude. And he made me feel like a complete asshole in this conversation. And I remember I went back to my desk. I'm sitting down. My cousin is in one of the offices, and he sees my face, and he could see that I'm pretty upset and pissed off. I tell him what happened. He's smoothing it over. That night, I go to sleep. This is 2 weeks into the job. That night, I go to sleep. I could not really sleep. I'm sitting up in my bed. I sleep through, or I snooze through like 5 or 6 alarms. I'm just laying on my bed watching Netflix. It's like 9 or 10 o'clock on a Friday when I should be doing some sort of work or learning how to become a financial advisor. And it just hit me. I can't do this. This is not me. This is not for me. I can't continue to do this job because I don't believe I'm going to be successful. I don't believe I'm going to make any money. I'm paying for my own insurance. I have rent to pay. I have expenses. How am I going to make this job work? So I had a really tough conversation, and I called up my cousin. That day, we were supposed to grab lunch also with my uncle, who I'm close with. And I told him, hey, listen, Mike, I can't do this. This isn't for me. This isn't the right fit. And it was a really difficult conversation to have because I knew I was disappointing my cousin, who I look up to, who I'm close with, who I love. I think he's awesome. And none of this was his fault. And that's one of the main points of this video. The onus is on me. I put myself in the situation. I knew from the start, if I listened to my gut, I wouldn't have moved forward with the role. Don't ever discount your gut. If your gut is telling you to do something or not do something, you have to listen to your gut. Also, connect with your friends, connect with your family, and find out if a position, if an opportunity sounds good or does not sound good. So this, for me, I know a lot of people were concerned about me jumping in to this opportunity, and I just did it anyway without following my gut or really following other people's advice. So it was a big mistake that I made in my sales career, and it really put me back, guys, because when I quit, a week later, COVID hit. And then I was out of work, unemployed, for 7 months. So for 7 months, I wasn't working at all. I got out of shape. I became depressed. I started to see a therapist. So it put me back quite a bit. Now I'm on track and I'm making a lot of money and I'm successful. But if that didn't happen and I followed my gut, who knows how much further along I would be in my career and in my finances. So it's a big mistake I made. Just be wary of commission-only sales roles. Do I think they're all awful? No. I think most of them are when you're paying the company to sell, when I'm paying the company to use the printer. I think that's completely ridiculous. So I was investing a lot of money and time into the company. The company really wasn't investing any time into me. And I wouldn't get a 401k until I made a certain amount. It just was a complete mess, something I'll never do again. I'm a huge proponent of, number one, B2B. B2B sales is so much easier than B2C. And get in a company that gives you benefits, guys. You need benefits. This company wasn't providing any. So it just wasn't the right fit. And I quit within 2 weeks. So it was a difficult conversation to have. It was a difficult time. But yeah, I lasted 2 weeks in a commission-only sales role. Let me know in the comment section below if this has happened to anyone in the past. If you are in a commission-only sales role, let me know your perspective in the comment section below. I know a lot of people killing it. My cousin making a ton of money as a commission-only salesperson. It just wasn't the right fit for me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We appreciate you. Like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified on a weekly basis when I post new content on this channel. Appreciate you.